Alright, let's do this. I got distracted there for a moment. But I'm ready now. Hello, Java. First. Damn it, Van Damme. I'm not even first. And Drake. I was just trying to clear your messages and put first. Twitch is being buggy for me today, I think. Oh no, that sucks. Okay, Azrael, how you doing? I didn't ban you, I timed you out. It's different. Anyway, I like to comment first on my own YouTube videos. Smart move. NPC 5000, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. "40 seconds. Hey, Cooler. That kind of looks like it's my ear. I've got a big pointy ear. What you working on today? Today I'm going to start with something neat. I'm going to work on a particle effect. And then once that's done, let's see how much we have time for. Yes, if I have time, I'm going to work on the court. It's pretty complicated, so. Ooh, particle. That's better, Cooler. I'm going to drop Crash Jam, just can't put myself to it. Well, you just did Ludum Dare, so you'll probably be tired. And you probably have other things on your mind as well. So if you weren't inspired by the theme, I would say it's reasonable not to drive yourself into it, you know? Temple Vortex. It's just not challenging as well. Game redraw block. Yeah, like it's not. Yeah, that's kind of part of the inspiration thing. You're not inspired to do it, so I say Tetris over. Well, to be fair, you could get creative in how you actually design that so it's not Tetris, but again, you don't seem inspired by it, so. You gotta think about outside the box, pardon the pun. You're not pardoning anything. You knew what you were doing. I did make like a thingy where you have to get the block in a certain position, and you can do it by dropping a set of blocks and rotating them. Totally don't feel like doing boring work on it at the moment. Yeah. Get it. Forget it. Good morning, Mr. Apothic. Have you seen your Morpheus? Was that yesterday? If so, yeah. Particle. Trying to finish off my current project tonight and record/upload tomorrow. Care to tease what it's about? That is so cool. Do you feel like making a game though? Are you making any? Do you have a main project, Java, or no? Pretty nifty as well. Love those fights, yeah. Cheap Fortnite Avengers cash in. Hey, you go for it. Dropped everything when I started freelancing. How's that going? Are you? Yeah. Okay. Kind of. What's the plan, man? What's the plan? So we want particle effects, temple vortex. So. I have a couple of things going on here. still have the 2 major customers that I could go work for waiting for feedback, so cool. Can I name that? Is crashing? Dropped everything. See, that's already half of the dropping blocks team done. Hey! I have a couple of weeks at least to, you know, mess around. Nice. A couple weeks is all it takes, that's true. And we already had a similar theme for Crash Jam 7. Well, I'm not saying you should just continue Crash Jam. Just do something you want to do, you know? Smoke particle looks very coney. You are right, my friend. It is extremely coney. Maybe a Binding of Isaac game, but in full, not jam quality. Well, I'm a fan of Binding of Isaac, so I do want it to go the other way actually. But anyway, I need a modifier, so I need a vortex because it is a vortex. What is it doing there? Oh, the distance is too big, isn't it? Well, I want it swirling upwards. So how are we going to do that? So move the vortex. What does the radial do? The radial expands outwards, I believe. Oh, that's like 3D, isn't it? It's going out. Well, okay. So I want it inwards. Yeah. So that pulls it in to where I want it to go eventually. So what I want is a wider base in the bottom. So the emitter size X. Should remake Meat Brawl. Yeah, that was the very first game I made in Unity when I started coming to Twitch. Cool. Binding of Isaac, but a platformer with a caveman. Well, Binding of Isaac, but a platformer is Tally, the game I've shown. No, Binding of Isaac only by name. It's a great roguelike game. Mr. Van Lofeld, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. No, Vortex just is not working. Wielding a huge leg of the meat. It's a pseudo-procedural roguelike. Linking the platforms together was hell, but I've gained nearly 3 years of Unity experience since. I was like, make it top down. Also wanted it to be a multiplayer dungeon game, but networking is blech. Get something. Networking is blech. That is right. It's not bad actually, but I suspect I should start checking this out in terms of where or how big this is relative to the game, because it's gonna be like it's always like this. It's like totally off. The only blech of networking is the plebs you get when on Help Desk. Why? Something I've done wrong here. The radials, maybe too. Yeah, actually, these are better when they're tighter in here. A drag. Lord of Butt 69. Hey Fletcher, how you doing? Your game's bad and you should feel bad. Okay. I feel like you are someone. Rotation. Does the rotation affect anything? Not really. It's just a well, I mean it's pretty good. Does the position affect anything? I think so. What if we just had the one radial? That is good, but I'm not getting, still not getting the vortexy bit. Obviously, I haven't even added the spirits yet. I'm gonna add the emitter for that, and it's gonna be a 2D cone, I think. I get timed out for saying first. I assumed it was a joke. But don't you worry, the banhammer was close. So spirits, we're gonna use the vortex particles again. And they're gonna be spirits. Okay, yeah, that'll do. We're moving too quickly, I think. Ouch, Fletcher with the realness. Didn't see the last one. It was something like it's because you suck or something. It wasn't even creative. Why bother? Whatever you said, your game rocks. Thanks, Java. I appreciate it. Definitely not gonna time you out now. Who's the Lord of Butts now? I'm the Lord of Butts. How many butts? 69 butts. That's how many lords butts. If you're gonna be a jerk, at least be a clever jerk. What was it? If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. I like that. So that's the wrong one. Lord of all the boot. Those are some nice buns. Let's see. Trying to live calmer? That's good. So actually this one I want it to be wide, yes, but sirens are here, don't worry. I want the size of the Y emitter to be way bigger as well, so they can start... I'm not sure that's right. No, because that sends them in different directions, that's weird. Just the language of the gods, coding C# right now. Really want to recreate Drunk Dev's translator bot where it would delete their messages before anyone could see them and translate them to really nice things. That's a smart idea. Well, did they have to like tag them as trolls or something? Like, and then their messages would just be, or would it like detect bad words and stuff? So, does this do anything to scale? It shouldn't. Well. I don't want anything to happen to the alpha for this. Excuse me, can I get into the curve editor? No? Life alpha? No. Okay. If you tag people, so instead of banner timeout, you'd probably go translate me. Yeah, okay. That's pretty smart, actually. My Twitch bot randomly compliments people every few minutes. Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking, I didn't want to like say anything because it's your channel, but it did, like, because I was just lurking and I noticed it like mentioned me a couple of times. I would just caution you that sometimes people might not want to be like called out. You have to be pretty sensitive about it, but that's a possibility. I wish I could get Gavin's Elevator game. I don't know what that is. My Twitch is not being nice today, that sucks. So I want similar things here. Gavin is drunk this. I surmised, but I don't know much about them. Track if they chatted in the past 15 minutes, if so then allow it to compliment them. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I agree with that. So the initial, use a fun, entertaining game that I'll... Did he stop streaming or something? Initial speed 100. No. Initial speed 0. And then they just do the acceleration. Well. Okay, my streams are usually so dead there's nobody to be bothered by it. If I took it seriously, I'd remove it or turn it down. That's fair. Let's do like 30 plus minus 20. It's still a bit uniform, I'd say. That's the problem. He's going through burnout last I heard. Oh no, that stinks. So particle lifetime for these guys, maybe that should be, so 4 frames per second would be 1.5. I don't know if the emitter's right. If it's see a box and a sphere are out because they're 3D. Cone is out as well, so basically 2D cone or circle. Yeah, circle might be right actually. Yeah, actually that looks pretty good. So if I were to move that, maybe these guys would be better in a circle as well. Kind of been talking about an awesome dev in Raj's channel. He's not doing too bad himself. Exactly. It's not rude. Thanks for caring though. Yeah, actually that looks better as a cone. There you go. If we want to keep the list to do, depending on the level, it shouldn't be too difficult to maintain a list. It's actually gotten a lot more people involved in chats. People find it amusing. Also, I don't care. Shield raised. So I want to increase the size of this circle then. If this is the case, emitter size. How does that work? You can't do... Is it just this size? Yeah, I guess so. Or is it the bigger one that determines it? Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Is it spawn rate too low? So, can the vortex do anything good? Minus 100. Plus minus 200. When you're trying to improve your dev process but you hate writing tests, is that unit testing or something? I've never even bothered with that. But I guess you're more interested in, I don't know, being an actually good programmer, so I suppose that seems reasonable for you. You know what? I gotta just test this now because I won't be able to tell without actually putting in there. The size and everything is gonna be totally wrong, you know. So. Right. So let's chuck this in. Particle Hype! Hey himself. How you doing? Feel like it's been a while. See, I think I've come to the conclusion Alta Brush preference is water chart, me, and then top brush. If that's possible. Not too bad, thanks. How be you? I'm good. Good. Got rudely attacked by Lord Butt 69, which is just. I don't know if I've recovered yet. Talking about the non-aggressive Scott, where is he? I don't know. I haven't seen him today. He was streaming late last night, so maybe he's sleeping. Particle effects dot play. I think that's how you do it. Hash particles. That should do it. He was playing that new Mordhau game before I went to bed. It looks really good. Have I heard of it before? Not sure. Mordhau. Multiplayer medieval melee game. Strong emphasis on skill-based combat. That's interesting. Oof, it's pretty popular. It's just an updated Chivalry with pans. Like pans, like pots and pans. So I'm sold. Temple Vortex and type the script. Then we'll need to add the factory. Taking the piss out of PUBG, who tried to sue another company for using frying pans, I believe. That is pretty ridiculous. It's just so needlessly combative, isn't it? Like, why do corporations do stuff like that? Is it to, it's to make life harder for competition and then maybe get a payday out of it as well? Or is it like just the lawyers are driving it to like give themselves a reason to exist? I don't even know. That being said, I'm tempted to play it, but Chivalry broke 2 of my mics. Misc objects. Something Valve needs to sue PUBG. Possibly. Sure, everybody could sue everybody for something. They brought originally as a weapon in L4D2. Left 4 Dead 2. Nice, I know things. Temple Vortex. I don't understand the reason for it, just makes them look like a rich dick. It's the best kind of dick you can be, I guess. Be the best dick you can be. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I feel like the frying pan was in TF2 as well. It rings a bell, to be honest. I've only played that a little bit. Oh no. Accidentally opened Flash. Okay, kill it. Yeah. It originates from Left 4 Dead 2. Originally it was given out to people who pre-purchased Left 4 Dead 2. Yes, I got the frying pan. Okay, so it is a wee bit too big. And also I do want this whole thing to just be covered in swirling particles, I guess. I didn't know that the middle ones weren't spirits. I don't think I would guess. Maybe they are. They probably move too quickly, I'd say. They might be too wee, but I can't really do anything about that. What I could do is slow you down. Give you a full 2 seconds of existence. They are small, yeah. Scale them, we won't tell. Did you say 2e? I did. And wet? The star spark goes around or too big compared to them? Yeah, you're probably right. I could scale those down, probably. That would be less offensive to him, I would say. Top Rush 2019. Without context, that doesn't sound too good. Radial inwards. Is it inwards? There we go. Is that what we need for the other one? All of this needs is a tree, and it would be an accurate representation of nature's weapon against me. Wait, what? You've been attacked by a tree? Like, I would like to skew this somehow, but I don't think I can. Tree spur makes me itchy, I see. It's a pollen thing. 75. Don't know if this will have improved it. I don't know if the ground thing might not be a good move, I guess. Trees and grasses, but not flowers. Strangely interesting. I mean, I'm sensitive to pollen as well, but it's been pretty good recently, I'd say. Past couple of years. Yeah, I think that made it worse. They are very small. Or have they been scaled by this? Because that's manual. They should be auto. I'd be a ball of pure suffering if it weren't for antihistamines. That doesn't sound like fun. It's too many spirits, I think, and they come in waves, which is like annoying. So we could definitely decrease the spawn rate, I'd say. for the spirit. It doesn't. Maybe I can I do 2 accelerations to counteract each other and smush it? I don't know. I think the souls are way clearer now, anyway. And you probably don't need as much of a spread as you currently have, I would say. Spirits. So the spread for y'all, and you're a bit too high as well. No, see, that doesn't do anything. I'm not surprised because it doesn't have a range thing. It's only magnitude. Circle. Antihistamines are a lifesaver. Forgot mine for 2 days. Was already having runny nose and sneezing like a madman. Took one this morning. Cured. Nice. Nature's still a dick for allowing people to be allergic to air, though. A rich dick. Like it's a bit too ferocious. I want it to be slower. And like, yeah, more particles, to be honest, or at least make them denser then. So the problem is that this guy, yeah, minus 300. Default sportsman sprite. Hell yeah, I can. Hell yeah. I should have 3 seconds worth of life. Plant sperm evolved into spirits. You are literally, would that mean they are ghost sperm? Ectogism? Aegon would have a thing or two to say about ectogism. Not getting the reference. Aegon Spengler? Is that Ghostbusters or something? Oh yeah. Fictional character from the Ghostbusters franchise. Hey TB, how's things going? Hey James. Going good, how are you doing? Who are you gonna call? Call me, because I'm lonely. Is that the right answer? Those are fancy looking particles. I'm trying. I'm not quite happy with it though. What do we think? Yeah, the ghosts are neat. It just doesn't feel like Dimension 2 at the other world, does it? But maybe that's just maybe I'm just staring too much at it. Controversial opinion, the real Ghostbusters was better than the movie. I don't even know what real Ghostbusters was that? Was there a fake one? The 80s cartoon, huh? Maybe you should slow the character as they get closer, make it so they're kind of pushing through. That's interesting. It's not something that's like in place in terms of like code and stuff. I'd have to make something very like manual for that, but it's a cool idea. Is he working on boss effects? I can see what you're writing. And no, it's not a boss effect. It's a portal to another dimension. See, that's nice, but it kind of totally crowds the spirits, I think. That's not right, is it? It's a little jarring because of the difference in perspectives of the world. Is that music or the spirit screaming I can hear? It's music. Yeah, I don't really know how I would not flatten, but like make it the same perspective. That is something I'm struggling with because it is just. I don't know if scaling this does anything. They're all, let's make the emission space the emitter, in which case perhaps the scale. Maybe I could scale them. Set scale. I think I can put in a vector here. Vector 3. In which case I'd want this to be 1.5 and 1. So if that'll do anything. Time to go 3D. Ugh. That only that scaled it uniformly. That's not what I want. Scale of the sprite component. Just more. Give my kid a Switch game, he threw at me screaming, "That's not Mario." Code's Treasure Hunter, whatever it's called. It's not Mario, man. Don't know what you're thinking. Okay, that did something else. I guess you can't just set... Game object and component properties. Can I set go.set? Alright, Mr. Burb. Nah, that's not gonna work, is it? Because I don't think you can set particle effects properties like that. What about, can I rotate it on the Z-axis? Set rotation. How? Expressed as a quaternion. Don't know what that is. Yuck. Coding 101, type random things in place to see if it works. Yes! So vmath quat, I think. Learn API. Ha! Learn. Set rotation. Vector math. Love this. Creates a quaternion. Okay. So the geoset rotation vmath dot quat rotation z. The angle is expressed in radians. So one full revolution is 2 pi, I think. So that would be quarter pi if I wanted it. Well, I don't know exactly what I want, but let's see if this does anything first. Does it compile? Oh god, my sweater. That looks to have done something. Not what I wanted, mind, but... leave it for now. Is that another axis I want to rotate? Was it the Y one, maybe? I don't know what the Z axis is then. That is kind of cool, but very weird. X-axis. Okay. Don't really understand. Just not sure how to achieve the effect I'm going for. Rotation, stretch X. No, that's just the actual sprite, so it's not that. Not what we want. That's weird. If it's accelerating straight up, is that because of the? It's probably because of the vortex. Yeah, must be off. But I hope you tame the spirits and weave them to your bidding. Thank you very much. Thank you for hanging out. I hope the trees stop jizzing at you, and whatever other good things I can wish upon you. I think I still got that weird rotation going, don't I? So that ain't gonna work. Actually, that's not bad. Let's get in there. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if I can just clip that and send it to the artist. Don't need much, just a couple of seconds. All right. I'm gonna call it done for now. Might improve it later. Maybe the artist has some pointers or something, but that's all right for now. So what's next? Next is court stuff, I think. I'm gonna just say that we're going. Court. Yep, got lots to do there. So I'm gonna take a break now, recharge my batteries, and then come back and we'll continue working on the court. So see you soon. You should get up and move around a little bit, because that's what I'm gonna do. Yo, Keys, Infinite Walking Game, and VGHS. I don't know what that is, but that was from Tally. At least the graphics, I just repurposed them for Stream BRB graphic, basically. So, particle effect done. How are all the orcs? They're excellent. Inside court? Oh, that's right. That did work, nice. I'm at work, busy as ever. Working from home or actually at work? Right, so the first thing we want to do is place the master over here. So we need to go to quest objects, court controller. Actually in the office, nice. Nice. 116365. I don't know if this map has just changed or something, but we've reached that point. You're being discreet, of course, right? Yeah, that's better. Although maybe it should be here. 143.5. That will do. Does he have a dialogue? I don't think he should. I'm hoping just errors out or something. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't lead anywhere. That's fine. Okay. Which isn't quite right. Lawyer. Right, so none of these, well, this one is a little bit, but they're not particularly advanced, so that's fine. We'll fix them. So we're gonna have witness. That's going to be Academy student. Witness incel after truth. Okay. Spawn, splan. Self lawyer left, which is the prosecution, and lawyer right, which is the defense. I'll create a witness. Place him down somewhere. Yeah, that'll do. Stops doing stuff though. Hash sprite does not have a property called blend. That must be the witness sprite. Yeah, you're the wrong material. So he is, he'll be in the NPC graphics bit. So you are, the problem with that guy is that he's using the lawyer's distance, which is wrong. Or, yeah, actually that might work. So we'll use the lawyer's range, but otherwise place him southwest so that he faces the gallery. So we spawn the witness NPC, track awareness of bribe and witness discreditation. So I'm going to move the dialogues to, last song could have just played on loop. What was the last one? File select Super Mario 64. Could have. Surely would have gotten old eventually. No, never got old. Alright, so I'm going to, the core controller should basically handle all the dialogue, I think. Tell all these ones what who they belong to, basically. Controller. That's fine. Witness. Can't even blame nostalgia, as I was a PlayStation kid. Oh really? I feel like if you're stuck on the loading screen or start menu for too long, it was because you were bored, so I don't really associate it with fun stuff. You know, if you're playing, you're just in and out. You didn't want to stick around. Go to message, sender. So actually this guy isn't going to do any of this, I think. The main menu of that game did give you the ability to play around with Mario's face. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty funny. It was a really clever thing they did. Of course, they're not the only ones that did it, but you know. So you're not going to handle any dialogue. I think that's fine. They do still need the NPC script, so I did go a bit gung-ho there, didn't I? Morning, I don't want to go to work. Morning, Slater. I feel ya. You gotta get that bread. Bread is good and expensive. The default, do you have any control of the execution order of scripts? Top bread, hell yeah. I don't think so. There's nothing called what you're talking about. I guess you could call them as functions or something, but I don't think you set any script execution order, no. They have their like basic things like update, which runs every update thing, final, which runs when it gets deleted, etc. But I don't think you can do anything like that otherwise. Other than manually with your script. Message post. Message MSG.post, yeah, okay. Self-sender witness. No, I don't think. Well, no, actually, we do. Controller. Login ID. Fair enough, just curious, as it was kind of something I was having to deal with today. So you work in Unity, right? You can do that in Unity. That's weird. I mean, it sounds like it could be useful, but it could also make things messy, I guess. Message post, self, lawyer left. don't think we're getting any errors, no. That shouldn't even, yeah, that shouldn't cause an error, which is fine. Yeah, you can see it's for instances where two objects are created and for whatever reason one needs to be run before or after the other stuff, but it's really a last resort. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so got that. If we get witness, yeah, I should probably dialogue NPC target. That's a bit more sensible. ID is going to be lawyer, but it should be self lawyer ID. So if message ID is equal to dialog MC target, then we're gonna do things. So let's load in the dialogue we wrote this morning. First, we're going to do this terrifying thing, which is deleting everything here. Reload the app. All gone. And just got to re-import the last archive. And voila! This is the one we're looking for. Export to Twison. It's pretty terrifying. New file. And then we need to load that in. Okay. In here. Twine as an app, when I was looking at it, I only really found the web version. Yeah, I enjoy using the app. I would probably have looked at the web version, but didn't try it because I was guessing I preferred the app, which seems to have borne out so far. So actually we can't really use that, but anyway, if what do we do on a normal NPC? Actually, that should just say here, trigger specific dialogue. If message ID is equal to witness, then it should be. I didn't see any way to export to .json with the web version, so that may be one major reason. Well, there isn't natively in the app as well. You have to download or like add a kind of plugin story format or something. So you go here and you have to use something called Twison. You have to find Twison. How do you do that? You can formats. Story formats. Yeah, you have to search for this. I had to manually muck about with this because I can't remember what the problem was, but it wouldn't allow me to put in an older version, but it wasn't really an older version or something. So I literally just changed the version number in my local copy of the JavaScript. I genuinely can't remember. So you have to add a story format here. And I added this. And I just put the version to be 0.03. I can't remember. Hey Dread Musa. We're just working on the dialogue of the court area in my game. So yeah, I can't remember why I needed this to be different. I did something to it, I can't remember. Anyway, so we've added that. Dialogue ID should be in court. Dialogue systems are no fun, exactly is your issue here? There's no issue, just working on implementing dialogue that's been written. Thankfully there's no issue. Witness 1, yeah, okay. Witness 1. So let's try if that works. There may be issues, like right now, but there weren't any issues. Ah, I just forgot to close the conditional here. Uh-oh, at a glance I thought this was Game Maker Studio 1.4. I've been fooled! Not on purpose, I assure you. Okay, that didn't do anything. Why not? Message ID, controller, It works. Factory pre-witness, message post self-witness, controller. Well, for whatever reason, yeah. So do you work in Game Maker? Message post self-sender, dialogue NPC target. So what we're gonna do, start debugging this. Pretty print message. Could it be those like strings again? Yeah, I'm a GMS2 dev currently working on setting things up for a roguelike. Cool, I'm a fan of roguelikes. Probably my most complicated project so far. Nice, that's ambition's good. You got a snappy summary of what it's gonna be. So that's not, we're not getting a message essentially. Self-controller. Ah, that's why. That was pretty stupid. Doing anything up. I'm getting a message. That is ID witness. Fight monsters, do quests, clear dungeons as you collect gold and legendary unique loot to power up your character as you buy new dungeons to face off in. Sounds good. So lean quite heavily on how good it feels to clear dungeons then, because that seems to be the core loop. think the most exciting part will be rare drops and buying new dungeons. There will be pricier, harder, more rewarding dungeons and easier, less rewarding, lower cost dungeons. So there should be a lot of interesting, meaningful player decision unique to this game, I think. That's cool. I mean, I have a pretty limited mental repertoire of games, but I don't particularly know of games where you buy dungeons. So that sounds interesting in itself, and it does, you know, you need to buy a dungeon to farm it for money or loot or whatever so that you can get another one. Do they get less rewarding over time? Like, could you, is there, if you find a particularly like easy one but still rewarding one, you could farm that one for reward or something? And thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Hash info. Okay. So it just doesn't get message. Mr. I don't like starting new games. Yeah, that's true. The stakes increase, so the overall difficulty of your 3 dungeon choices will increase regardless. Okay. No, okay. That's why. Okay, that's fine. Sure, it may be nice to escape with more health because of an easy dungeon, but when you get 3 new dungeon choices and they're all more difficult, having easy dungeon loot might suck. That is true. That is true. That's cool. That's a cool idea. There we go. You approach the witness just as the prosecuting attorney finishes a lengthy sequence of questions. The young man shifts nervously as you approach. You notice he keeps clearing his throat and his lips appear parched. Are you thirsty? So now I need to set it up so that we actually get a response. So how do we do this? We do... Really like this UI, thank you. It's been a fair amount of work to get it done. I don't really enjoy UI work. It's a lot of effort for like not a lot of reward, I think. So on NPC, if only freaks like you at work. Too right. Your words, not mine. There's a lot of reward just isn't easily recognizable. Yeah, something like I remember watched like a Diablo 2 postmortem. They were talking about it, and they were talking about how like the sound design for the UI, like the dropping of equipment on the slots and stuff, and how that sounded, how, you know, it was designed to be really rewarding. I was like, yes, it actually is. They're right. UI is one of those things where it's good if people don't notice. That is true, Drake, for sure. Let's just open anyone. But it's better if they notice your super stylish UI. That is true, but I totally think sound design can make a huge impact on a game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's like half dreading / looking forward to it. I don't have the budget to design have all the sounds designed. So I'm gonna have to use some like packs and stuff like that. And I do have a really nice microphone that's like I use for streaming, but it's actually designed for sound effects and stuff like that. So I could do a little bit of design myself, but hopefully the sound effects will be awesome. Can also be said that the UI is distracting. Yeah, I'm sure there's like what was I gonna say? There's not every game wants a super flashy UI, but some games would benefit. Your full-time have so much to learn from me. I'm not full-time because I'm self-sustaining. I have a very supportive wife that is keeping me afloat, so let's not lean on me too heavily as a good example. Unless you're trying to figure out how to leech off people. Okay, that doesn't work. Why does that not work? I suppose this doesn't do anything at the moment, right? Yeah. Templates. Yeah, actually we'll do this one, but false. So I just need a wife that'll sustain me. Exactly. That's the trick. How many wish lists are we had this discussion on the stream yesterday, and I'm not sure if that's like hidden Steam, like hidden information. Someone dug up that sales numbers are now allowed to be shared, but don't know about wish lists. So I'm being super careful and not sharing that information at the moment. It's going okay wish list wise. I'm pretty happy. But it depends on, obviously it'll depend on the conversion rate once it actually goes live, you know. Because wish lists aren't sales. That's strange. Oh, table index is nil. Good, you can see wish lists doing relatively well. Yeah, they've been slowing down a little bit recently, but I guess that's to be expected. Hopefully I can whip up some kind of press interest or something like that. I don't really know how to do that, but I'm planning a demo at some point, possibly. And we're going to go into closed beta and stuff like that, so maybe at those points I could get people to write about it, which might do a good thing for wish lists, which would be great. Dialog controller 282, table index is nil. That's because self ID. Yeah, that's not what we want. We want this, but here. So Twitter, I think that should be a thing here. So that's my dev account and Fates of War. That's a really important marketing tool. I'm going to scream if you don't have one for your games. I do. I would appreciate tips on marketing though if you have anything. This music's like the opposite of ASMR. That sounds bad. Post a shit ton of stuff as much as you can and show people what they want to see. I'm not a Twitter expert, I only have 101 followers. This is only my second game showcase, so hopefully it goes well. Yeah, I'm posting quite a lot normally. I've slowed down a little bit recently. That's because I don't want to spend so much time cranking out content, but gained around 30 followers on a showcase at a convention, so you can do that, dude. Yeah, problem is with conventions, I guess it's expensive to do. Unless they're like right around your doorstep. But yeah. Okay, so that was good. I need to make sure you hit Screenshot Saturday with incredibly interesting scenes. I haven't done that at all. Is Screenshot Saturday still a thing? Is this music from the game? No, Winroar, unfortunately it is not. I did it again. That only means that I like this song. It doesn't mean that I'm not happy with the game music, because the game soundtrack is actually really good. Yes. So as a devil's advocate, I would say, isn't it Mostly devs. That's my problem with Twitter, is that most of my followers I get are other devs. They're not really, I mean, some of them might buy the game, but I don't really think they're my target audience. I wanna access gamers, but I don't know how to get access to them because, well, yeah. Can you steal your character style? No. I'm not your mother, I can't prevent you from doing that. Yeah, I'm not your target audience. 100% just a code fun. I went to TwitchCon last year, peep my super fancy icon, because it was just down the road from me, but next TwitchCon is in San Diego, and who even goes there? I don't even know where San Diego is. I've got decent American geography knowledge, but San Diego... I honestly have no idea. I'm gonna guess West Coast, but I don't know. It's my first screenshot Saturday post from my game. Let's see. Hey guys, been working on a roguelike for a few weeks with sprites done by myself. What do you guys think? It's not bad. So that is, we posted that this weekend. 8 retweets, 36 likes. It's not bad. Winroar, thank you very much for the follow. SD is West Coast, bottom left on the US map on US-Mexican border. That's pretty cool. I got it. Looks awesome on play, 100% banger, neato. So those will be, yeah, I don't know. That's it. It's decent. Oh, Brave Duck. Boom! A whole 50 or less cents. Hey, every little helps. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Let's get Autobraj hyped up. Just realized that's one of the most interacted with posts I've had on my page. Yeah, I haven't been trying any like specific hashtags, I guess. I usually just post... I post a little video of some gameplay stuff, a little bit blurb about it, tag a couple of posts like indie game, whatever. Try to chuck in like an RPG hashtag or whatever, but you know, they don't seem to get a whole lot of traction. If you can consistently post GIFs on Twitter, I think I could get good traction. People who like games are looking at Indie Game Hour and Screenshot Saturday. Well, people who like indie games. When's Indie Game Hour? Let's check out my Twitter. So this is the feed. People still find the idea of a solo dev romantic. It is romantic, goddammit. So the pinned tweet is the trailer, or a trailer basically. I retweet my going live tweets for my Twitch page. Everybody likes an underdog, we have to be good, that's true. And then I post little videos like this. So this is the character walking around, seeing a giant. Got another going live tweet. We'll get about one of those a day. Here's another little video clip. Back out here. So yeah, I try to normally have about one of these per day. So get a little. I'm doing some devlogs as well. But basically does a little bit of so this is, I'm recycling the video clips from this usually before to then tweet them one by one. Basically these have like a little summary of what I've done. I'll post them around the place, but that's about it. And it's not, I don't know, I'm not getting super amounts of traction from that. I'm nearing 300 followers on my Twitter, but that's 467 tweets, so that's like what, 0.67 I think followers per tweet, which is not great. So I don't know, it's because it's a fair amount of effort and I don't really know if I'm getting any results from it, is the thing. That's what concerns me. So I'm doing it, but I just don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if I just need to try harder or something. I don't know. Couldn't find anything about wish list whether that's privileged information or not. Alert, you liked your own tweet. Oh yeah, obviously. Is that gonna get me banned? Well, so I do with my this is my dev account on Fates of War. I retweet everything, obviously. But yeah, that's the state of it. People won't carry your soul devil unless you make something that's at least some quality. Absolutely. That is correct. I think a big thing is making a game that stands out. What about your game stands out? Yeah, I think, well, that is true. I don't think this one, me, or the guy on the screen. I think he's on top of every image that I've seen of it. Yeah, it does have some things that make it stand out, but I don't know how you do that visually necessarily. There's like the time stop thing, which isn't unique. There's the kind of super hot type mechanic where you use your life to cast magic, but again, how do you do that visually? Need to head to sleep. Catch you later. Drake, thank you for hanging out. Hope you have an excellent sleep. So I don't know, there's a couple of things that are interesting about the game, but I don't really know how to display that visually and like kind of get that message across. That is the problem. Testing a new metal magnet gameplay mechanic. Keep that score multiplier safe. I mean, this looks good, but I don't necessarily look how much stuff is going on. I guess I should probably start doing combat stuff because that's the most visually like in your face thing. We don't have much in terms of combat yet. I mean, all the enemies are done. I just don't have any organic combat situations in. I could design them for Twitter and stuff like that. Visually in your face things are incredibly important. Well, this one did really well, almost 100 retweets, so that is true. Looking to work on combat shaders and particle effects. Well, no, not really. I mean, they're there. I just haven't, you know, I'm busy working on the game, so when I'm making things, that's when I capture them. Because otherwise it's like twice the effort to like stage something. Like I have staged things like what you're saying as well, but it obviously takes longer if you can't do both things at the same time. So I'll be able to generate way more interesting media way easier, because once I start placing enemies and stuff like that for combat situations, it'll be quite interesting. I have a great idea. Pay 100,000 people to play and post about your game 8 hours per day. That'll work. I mean, you'll get the word out, right? That's for sure. The most important thing is being unique and screaming a lot. Yeah, well, screaming a lot for sure. I could probably up my tweet frequency as well, because I do have a lot of content generated. I don't know how many video clips I have. I've got lots of them, but I could recycle some of them because odds are most people haven't seen them. So I could like kind of crank out a posting schedule based on that. My first game was a very generic boss rush bullet hell that hardly got any attention because it was boring to look at. It wasn't anything new and it wasn't done well. Yeah, like, well, so that's the thing. It has to either be new or done well. Obviously, both is great. But yeah, like that's a kind of sad reality of kind of game dev is that you have to design the game for the marketing. So like it has to be nice to look at from like 3-second clips, which is kind of, you know, that's just life. It's fine. First game was aborted before it was a game. Hashtag Pro Choice Development. Jeepers. Making an MMO, already googling for yachts. Nice. Smart move. You can design a game and just keep visual design. Yeah, well that's what I mean. But you can't just make. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be nice if you didn't keep visual design in mind. You might have to do that anyway to make a successful game, but yeah. While you're left chatter. Visuals are the most important part of a game. It's what you're showing people to get them interested. It is your hook, as much as I hate that. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have any graphical skills, so I'm kind of relying on someone for it, although that doesn't mean that I can't help with like particle effects and camera shake and all that kind of stuff. I was really gung-ho about making games at one point, bought a domain and everything. Whoa, whoa, slow your jets. So what we're gonna do is, well, let's set it to 0, so we say, no, set it to 1. It's a great domain too. What is it? Hoping to be a self-sustaining full-time indie one day. Me too. God bless your girlfriend for having faith in you. Hope that isn't too bad a source of guilt. She's my wife, so she's committed now. Indie dev. Oh, that's a pretty good domain, yeah. Just have an own cloud on there. I don't even know what own cloud is. I'm awake. Hey, Mr. Tart. Six just gonna take out the trash. Oh, so you're just leaving your house then? No, it's too mean. That was rude. Tart knows I'm joking. No idea if that's gonna work. layer. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing there. None of that was right. Done this wrong in all of them, haven't I? Oh, come on, you know you want to talk to me. Why you not want to talk to me, huh? Lawyer, self-controller. Oh yeah, that part. Could have fixed this when I first identified it, but no. Gotta make things hard for myself. Oh, come on. Tintin takes global self and nil value. That's... Oh, okay, that's fine. That's a fix we can do. Well, welcome back, Mr. Tart. Now, finally, this is going to work. Oops, made myself invisible, that's fine. E incumbit probatio qui. With such weighty accusations, surely the responsibility falls squarely on the defense to prove the innocence of their charge. Okay, so we just need to do lawyer. What am I even doing here? It goes pretty good, Lawyer. What the frig? How have I written layer the whole time? I think I have. I mean, obviously most of this is copied and pasted, but layer. God damn it, son! I might just search and replace this in the underlying file, because if it's like this, the whole lawyer, right? So that is correct there. Objection, lawyer left. Well, that's concerning. In my defense, lawyer is a weird word, and it should be mocked. I don't know if I added the avatars though. Oops, sorry about that. So we'll check it out. So, okay, so we'll do that. Dialogue, avatars. Yeah, we just have a generic lawyer, that's fine. We'll just, I think we've done it, just haven't exported it, I guess. Or maybe have exported it, just not imported it. Let's check that out. Yeah, I've added it here. Zoop. Okay, we get deleted, son. Just call it something else if lawyer sounds odd. Search and replace lawyer with noodles. Is that because you're encouraging me to make spaghetti? What are you working on anyway? I'm working on the dialogue in the courthouse. So these are these set not to be closable? That's not smart. That one's right. Oh, why I messed that up. I wish I had been that clever, but no, I just want noodles. That's fair enough. Proud of you for owning up to it. Oh, that was weird. There are witnesses claiming direct observation of acts of mala fides. The Duke himself, most esteemed amicus curiae, handed the accused to this court. Cadit quaestio. That's broken on quotation marks. Accusations, witnesses. So am I getting an error there? I am. What even is going on here? I've mucked this up so badly. That's wrong. That's fine. This lawyer. God damn it. Lawyer. That's wrong. What the heck? Reading the lawyer's text makes me think I'm having a stroke. That is exactly the purpose. So, I guess mission accomplished. It's meant to be frustrating and stupid, basically. Contra bonos mores, my esteemed colleague defends an individual so clearly in delicto that we must consider whether he himself is guilty of suppressio veri, or veri. I don't know how to do Latin pronunciations, but I'm enjoying that shenanigans. So next up, finally, hopefully that gives us access to this guy. Plainly, this is a matter of doli incapax, the old man clearly incapable of committing acts of high treason such as this. My client acted uberima fides. The kingdom is under threat, and as a subject of the kingdom, the accused only has incentive to protect the kingdom. Ipso facto, he must be innocent. I like that. Pretty dumb. The accused remains incarcerated, yet the condition of the kingdom deteriorates. Non est factum. Bonus points if I've like used any of these Latin terms wrong and pissed off any lawyers. That'd be funny. Judge. Judge looks on at the proceedings with an expression of utter disinterest, shoulders slumped to a pathetic degree. Occasionally, the judge utters grunts to affirm or deny various objections and motions raised by the incessantly bickering lawyers. What is going on here? This is a courthouse. A trial is in session. The tone of the judge is resentful. Why is Master standing trial? What has he done? Ah, well, that is for the prosecution to elucidate. The accused was brought in by a member of the royal family, which in itself is a serious indication of guilt. And there's a witness claiming to have seen all kinds of things. You don't sound convinced. That's because I am not a fool. Then why don't you acquit him? The judge sighs. Weak as the case may be, there are powerful forces in play here. If the witness is not discredited, then there's no way I could throw the case out. Look at me, I'm a judge, and yet I can barely afford to feed my family. Justice is not only blind, justice is poor too. Are you asking for a bribe? The judge drops his voice to a whisper. Of course not, that would be unethical. I am saying that I am in a financial position which leaves me unable to do the right thing. Were I financially independent, I would be free to do what is right. Understand? That sounds like a bribe. You clearly have no grasp of the intricacies of the legal matters dealt with in this court. Now remove yourself from my presence. I have proceedings to attend to. It seems more and more to me that there may be something to this case. So, like, is it just the grasslands and the pit one that you aren't sure about? Is the dragon trap and the chase one alright? I think so, yeah. I think I was happy with those. The eyes of the judge roll over you lazily, and you get the impression your presence is an inconvenience. Oh, high treason, among other things. The list is long. What evidence is there? I don't sound convinced. Why don't you acquit him? So if the witness is revealed as a liar, you will acquit. Most certainly. The judge pauses for a moment, then leans in with a whisper. It is not for me to assess these things, but were it the case that this witness is not truthful, it would have serious implications. How so? No, that one's wrong. Fix that. The witness was brought forward by the Duke himself. On the premise that the witness is lying, it would be prudent to assume that an inconceivable amount of pressure has been exerted to ensure a particular story is told. How would one reveal the truth in such a case? The judge rephrases this last question and directs it at the defense. Torture, the defense lawyer blurts out. Objection, the defense is proposing torture of an innocent witness. Sustained, this court will not torture witnesses. Some sort of truth serum. Objection, unethical. That one's busted for some reason. Objection, unethical. Character avatar. Lawyer left. Sustained. We can't force the witness to drink anything, though he looks parched. In any case, I'm not aware of any truth potion that would actually work. The defense lawyer looks nervous. Some sort of magical object that reveals the truth. Objection, the defense appears non-compos mentis. The judge sighs a defeated sustained, then turns back to you. See, you will need some sort of miracle to reveal the truth here. Did you say you would take a bribe though? I like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. I do want to go for... Glad you're laughing at your own writing. Hell yeah. I've done... It's been like a week or two since I wrote this, so I didn't properly remember it. Story heavy games are especially difficult to market, man. I can tell. not only will be not buy your game because he saw stories through YouTube Let's Play. People's attention spans are non-existent. Well, it's not super linear, so it's not like a story like you see it and then it's done for it, because there's quite a lot of choices in it, so you don't have to do many of these things, and the choices you make kind of affect what happens. So you still have to achieve the different things, and there's different ways to do it. So it's still a huge niche for those kind of games. So yeah, that as well. What I'm trying to get in touch with the people that would like this game, and I'm sure there's enough. I don't need that many people to buy it to sustain myself. So it's about being able to speak to the people that would actually enjoy this. Obsidian Games do so well. What do they do? Are they like... They're like AAA though, right? Neverwinter Nights. Oh yeah, okay. They've done a lot of good stuff. For sure. Anyway, so that's fixed. If collapsed because of YouTube Let's Plays, it seems. I feel like Telltale games were kind of trash. Sucks everyone lost their job though. Well, I mean, if a Let's Play completely undermines the reason to play a game, I feel like, is it a game and not just a movie, basically? Declass because of horrible management of employees, that I'm sure would accelerate things. But like, I understand story could be like really important, like more or less important. Like, it's pretty important in my game, but it's not the be all and end all. It's the roads, that's the fun part. But if your game can be completely ruined by Let's Play, then something's wrong, I think. So I'm gonna change set. Part of it, but I think it's also because a lot of people watched YouTubers play it and just didn't buy it. Was that because it's a bad game, or what I was saying? Greasing the... What's the thing? Is it Wheels of Justice? Greasing the wheels of justice. Just remember, they were pushing out so many games a year by the end of it, and they legit didn't have the resources to do it. The story-heavy games, I believe, that too did quantity over quality. Yeah. Basically, I just mean it's important to note that they were kind of a scummy company. Well, I don't know anything about it, but if what you're saying is true, then that I'm sure would contribute to it. Story controller? Story controller, yeah. Master Quest. Auxiliaries. So if they fired their whole staff basically without severance or anything, without notice. Wow. So what do I get from Quest controller? What's this one? Yeah, so if that yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Can I just do completed? If it's completed, so a bunch of game devs posting on Twitter looking for jobs. Some of them were international hires that moved for the job. It was absolutely crazy. Wow, that would suck. That would suck. That's like part of, well, a small part of why I wouldn't want to do game dev as a job. Like partly it's because I'd be doing someone else's vision, and partly because it seems like such a brutal industry. Like I guess people get exploited because they're doing what they love. Okay, so right, so what we're gonna do here. Bomber. People get exploited because everyone wants to make games. Lots of incredibly talented people who are passionate about this thing, they become expendable, and that's why game devs are so underpaid. Yeah, well, it depends on how you're looking at it, I guess. One of my main goals was to move overseas for a game dev job, but it just looks so risky. Yeah, it's true. Could I just lock it? Fail quest, complete quest, unlock quest. Fail quest. I think they're exploited because there's no union or anything, and companies have slowly increased the standards of how much you have to work over the last few decades with how big games have gotten. Yeah, that sounds about right. What do we call that one? Accusing the accuser? I don't know. I've committed to rewriting these anyway, so that's fine. It's not like they can just quit their current job and hop into a new one that pays the same or more, so they endure the exploitation. Hey Surges, yeah, you're probably right about that as well. Spoke with one of the dudes who worked on Guild Wars and he said he was sleeping under his desk and working 14-hour days sometimes. That sounds awful, and I just, that, you know, it's not the only reason why I don't want to do it, but that's one of them. I'll remove this suppression for now, but anyway. Right, so I wanted to add the stuff here. So 21, 1. The judge in the court has strongly hinted that if he is bribed, he will acquit the master. To be honest, I'm still torn between looking for jobs in game dev and regular software jobs. I mean, I guess one option would be doing a regular software job and then deving as a hobby, because the software job would pay a lot better and be a lot less strenuous. You could, even if you can manage it, wrangle some kind of part-time or job or something like that, working like 3 or 4 days and raking the money, and then use your spare time to make games, you know? Money would be cool, but dev isn't fun like game dev. That's true, yeah. A handful of coins won't be enough, however. Great wealth will be by the judge. The only thing is, I don't know if game dev at a studio would be fun. That I don't think it would be fun. I'm quite convinced of that. Doing game dev full-time sounds fun, but a lot of people have their expectations shattered. I think working at a small studio would be fun. I've never done it, so I can't know. But new task about in a few months. Oh yeah, he just started, didn't he? How big a place is he working at? Do you know? My work would have more impact than being, say, one piece of a game UI programming team. That's true, yeah. That would feel pretty soul-shattering if you had to do crunch, but you're working on a small piece of UI programming. Ugh. Through that. I'm gonna try and trigger this quest. Asking for a bribe. That's the wrong quest. that doesn't feed in. It should be, and that is not equal to false. Is that different? Let's actually make sure we're doing the right thing there. Unlock quest. Alright, so all we're doing there is unlocking the quest, that's fine. Right. Yeah, not equal to true, but that shouldn't. No wait, I did that wrong then. So not quest and suppress log is not equal to true. If we pass nothing, it's nil, which would then mean not true. But I'm confused as to how I've understood what not does. Okay, that's done it right. I don't think you can see it because my face is covering it. I could scale it down. Should work. Yeah. Basically now I'm gonna talk to the guy. There we go. So it's showing us the that the witness is fabricating evidence against the master. How do you deal with music outsource? Yeah, I've got a little music slave working for me. Actually, it's Warrior in chat. I guess, I don't know, I can't remember how we started talking about it. He hanging out in the chat and I guess talking about the music he's making for someone else. I was like, you please do it for me too, because you're good at it, basically. Clear the witness is, yes, master. It is clear the witness is fabricating the evidence against the master. The reasons why are unclear. No, complete that for now. The master. The defense. The defense proposed. Suggestions from the cruel torture to the suggestions that were rather fanciful. Short of finding a truth serum or a magical device. Is this too obvious? Short of finding a truth serum or a magical device that can reveal lies, I'm not sure how to expose the witness. I kind of want it to be obvious. I think the court needs a really silly theme. Hell yeah! I'm thinking, there's a really great, basically the whole thing is inspired by Monkey Island 4, I think, where they have the 3 lawyers. Really like that scene. But yeah, definitely silly theme, because it's like absurd and annoying is the gist of it. If the witness is revealed as a liar, will you acquit? I haven't fixed that yet. Quest. Accusing the accuser has begun. It's clear that the witness is fabricating evidence against the master. The defense proposed suggestions that are rather fanciful. Short of finding a truth serum or a magical device that can reveal lies, I'm not sure how to expose the witness. Okay. Okay. That's kind of what I've done here, I think. We can check this thing out. Why is you not working properly? Outside cord is what I want. Random ISO northeast. So we don't have, huh, that's weird. $400. That's 760. This song's a bummer. Damn, are we just catching bugs or something? Plague yourself. Why the totem's not working? Huh. That's weird. Oh, don't kill my turret, you son of a gun. I guess this is the kind of stuff I should put on Twitter, right? Get over here. That looks wild to be free to change things in game just for gifts. Yeah, well, I mean, I've got every spell unlocked and all the elements. I basically have everything available to me. Yeah, a couple of turrets with okay, I do a couple of turrets with meteor showers would be pretty ballin' actually. So like that. And then if I meteor shower them all. Get this guy to come into range. There should be loads of meteor showers. That's not loads, is it? It's just one. He'll come back to life though. Yeah, it's not as cool as I wanted it to be. Anyway, let's drop that for now because I'll just get distracted playing it. Pretty fun though, that's good. But yeah, I just don't have many of those encounters like built yet, so like spending time on that seems not a great idea. At least not at this moment because I have too much work to do finishing it rather than just marketing it, if that makes sense. That meteor shower looks cool. Yeah, like that's one of the cooler spells visually for sure. Spent way too much game time just playing my stupid clicker game. That means it was addictive though. That's good. Good job on that. Right, I don't have enough time to do anything else at this point. So I am forced to just find someone to read. I've got a date with the gym. Man, I do not want to pixel out some spells for my game that's going to be zero fun. Yeah, you're not into that? I think that would be fun. But I don't do much drawing, so I guess I don't know. Can be super fun. Transpose my ideas into a game now is great. I've only been doing pixel art for a month, but it's been great. That's awesome. Yeah, pretty good pixel art from your tweet, for sure. having trouble picking someone. I know. That will do. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Dredu says nice to meet you. I'm going to, I think I'm probably streaming tomorrow. I don't see why not. So if you're around, then catch me then. Similar time to today. And I wish you all a great evening. Oh, and thank you to Brave Duck for the bits. That was cool. See you later, guys.